Well, welcome back to Iron Railroad. Today we're going to do one of the do-it-yourself repair projects, the DIY. And the project is concerning American Flyer steam locomotives. Many of the locomotives are connected, the tender and the engine is connected by a drawbar. And the drawbar is attached to the engine chassis with a screw. It's called the drawbar screw. However, sometimes accidents do happen, mishaps happen. And what happens is that you may drop it, you may bend the engine when you're lifting the tender and the engine up, and the drawbar screw, which doesn't happen often, but it could break. And if it does break, half of it's in the socket or in the screw hole in the chassis, and the screw head is broken off. Now what do? I said, oh my gosh, I can't run the engine now because there's no way for me to hook up the drawbar from the tender to the engine because it broke the screw. So we're going to address that today, and that's what I'm going to show you a quick and easy way. It'll be a quick tutorial today. This is a 302 steamer, and many of the chassis have a similar type of drawbar, and it's a screw that goes in there. So this is a typical screw. This one's already been repaired, but I'm going to go through the steps of what I did to actually do the repair. So you have the screw hole here, you have the drawbar here, and you have the screw. So if this breaks off, the bottom, the screw part is in the chassis, and the head is broken off. So what do you do now? Well, I'm going to show you what we need to get started. Assuming for most folks you don't have any tapping tools, you cannot tap the screw out. So what do we have? We have the basic tools in the workshop, and this is what we have. A screwdriver, 2 drill bits, SAE drill bit, and these are the sizes, the 5/64 and the 7/32. You need these 2 drill bits. You don't need a tapping device or tapping screws because we don't have that. So what we have is the actual drawbar screw, the short one and the long one. And the reason why I have a long and a short because of fit, and I'll explain why. And of course, you need a drill, a power drill, and your locomotive. The first thing you have to do is remove the tender, and we can assume the broken screw part is in the screw hole here, but this has already been repaired once, so I'm not going to actually do the drilling, but I will go through the motions of what we do. You need some oil. The oil will help facilitate removing the drill bit, the drill debris coming out of the hole. So this is basically you start with the 5/64 drill bit SAE, which is the smaller of the 2. And all you have to do is, you may have to tap a slot here and just drill down. And it may take a little while, but keep a straight, perpendicular angle. So you keep doing that until it goes through and through. With the 5/64, you need to have the drill bit go through and through. It will take a few minutes, but every now and then put some oil in there, and it will help facilitate taking the actual excess drill pieces out. When that is done, you switch over to the bigger drill bit, which is the 7/32. The 7/32 drill bit will actually widen the hole just enough. But probably you get through like halfway, and it's going to be very tough, and you can stop there, halfway, 3/4 of the way. And the reason why I use the 7/32 is because this will give any one of these drawbar screws, the either reduction or the original, the screws are a tab larger than the 7/32. Now, you say, well, how's that going to fit them? Because you just drill through them, the screws are out, there's no screw threads, so how are you going to screw this in? Well, the reason is simple. These are die-cast metal.
these are actually steel. So what happens is that when you apply some pressure, either the long one or the short one, you start drilling screwing the screw in, it will actually widen the hole because the die-cast metal is softer than the steel. And that's it. That actually will work quite well. And if you find the long screw, which is normally what's in there, if it's really too long because you can't get all the way in, you can switch over to the short one. The short one will work just as well. And that's what I have in there. And that's it. And that concludes the entire project. It's quick. So you don't need a tapping screw. All you need is the drill bits, a new drawbar screw, a drill, and some oil. But just be sure when you're drilling, the drill bit pieces do not fall into the motor. You may want to shimmy a piece of cardboard under there to catch any of the debris that may be falling out of the hole. And that will protect the motor too. And this will just go right back in. So just to recap, you need a 564 drill bit, you need a 7/32 drill bit, you need some oil, you need a drill, and again, you do not have a tapping screw or any device to retap the screw hole. So what you have to do is drill out the broken bit, the broken screw part. And to do that, you use first the smaller 5/64, then the 7/32. And again, the reason is that these are steel. The screw itself, the new screws itself, actually act as a tapping screw because the die cast in the chassis is actually softer than the drawbar screw. So you could use this as a tapper. And be sure to use the oil and prevent the drill pieces from falling into the motor. You shimmy a piece of cardboard under the where you're drilling. And that's it. So you have a good locomotive again. This is quick and simple. Thanks for watching and hope this helps.